Good morning to all. Today we are going to discuss about topic of impact of urbanizations on child development. Okay, before that we know very well about what do you mean by the urbanization. Yes, because gradually the peoples are migrating from the rural area to urban area and they adapt the culture of urbans. So that's why it's called it as a urbanization. Okay, let me discuss about the introduction of impact of urbanizations on child development. Urbanization is closely linked to modernization of industrialization and sociological process of rationalization. Yes, because of people from migrating from rural area to urban area, and they are accepting and adapting the city culture. And urbanizations occurs as individual, commercial, and governmental effort and reduce time and expenses in commuting and improve the opportunities for job, education, housing, and transportation. And urbanization is not a merely a modern phenomena, but a rapid and historic transformation of human social root is a global scale, whereby the predominantly the rural culture is rapidly replaced by predominantly the urban culture. So it is called it as a urbanization. So these are the introductions we know very well, and we deeply discussed in the previous classes also. And according to Article 31 of the United Nations Conventions of the Right of the Child is recognize the right of the child to rest and leisure to engage in play and recreational activities appropriate to the age of the child and participate freely cultural and the arts. The intended aim of Article is 31 is promote and protect the child development within the context of the child community as well as the child school and the family. Yeah, so these are the basic problem of urbanization. Yeah, so India is an urbanization is followed by some basic problems in the field of housing, slums, and transportation, and water supply, sanitization, and sanitation, and water pollutions, air pollutions, and inadequate provision for social infrastructure like schooling, hospitality. Okay, let me discuss about the major impacts of urbanizations on child development. So, urbanization exert a great influence on the different aspects of child development, that is physical development and mental development, social development, and emotional development, and finally the moral development. Okay, let me discuss these impacts of the child development on one by one. The first one is the physical development. As a open spaces and playing grounds are rarely available, the opportunities available for children to play outdoor games or practice a regular physical exercise and drill or very less. So far, the comforts and luxuries are available for urbanities have increased besides the started consuming a more food along with these two reasons as the lack of physical movement and exercise and their immunity against the disease has also gone down significantly. Due to the viewing television programs for longer durations in the longer durations in a day, and eyesight's problem is mostly affected by the children, and there are wear of specs and within the thick glasses also. So girls attaining puberty at very young age at the year of 11 to 10. So 10 to 11 years, the female students may attain their puberty because of less physical activity. Yeah, so let me discuss about the impact of urbanizations on mental development. Okay, a modern electronic gadgets are like a televisions and video recorder and player audio recorder and recorded the video and audio cassettes, discs and laptop and internet connections and smartphone etc. are available almost a very in every home. So in this urban area of India, they are using a lot of electronic gadgets in on rise that is also rised in day by day, and infants urban areas starts to speaking a very earlier as compared to those living in the people's or rural area. Similarly, the cognitive development of urban children is high. Similarly, the cognitive development of urban children is high as compared to their rural counterparts. So, in infrastructural facilities and the quality of teaching and learning activity in urban schools are better than those in rural schools. So, as urban children have less opportunity to play outdoor games and that those involving physical skills and stamina. So they play video games and more than the rural children since they access the electronic gadgets and their use is very high among the urban children. So if we see in the uh, seems to be a superior in their cognitive development as compared to children living in their countrysides. Okay, and let me discuss about the impact of urbanizations in social development. Okay, so social development. So social development is nothing. A both parent of urban children, a both parent of urban children go for a job, and their joint family system is fast disappearing. Even 1.5 years old infants are sent to crèches and first, and therefore admitted in a nursery schools. As a result of this social development, starts taking a places in urban children and comparatively at a young age than rural children's. And however, due to the development of urban culture and children do not show much concern for other and so respect elders and become a more selfish and not learning to express their love and affections and to others and but their level of general knowledge and reasoning ability and self confidence etc and is very high as compared to the rural children since most of the urban children study in private schools and that do in the english mediums, so they are fairly good in conversing english but lag behind their mother tongue. So on the country, rural children are good in their mother tongue but poor in learning English and science also. Okay, let me discuss about the what I say. Let me discuss about the emotional development. Okay, emotional development on urban life involves in acting fast in everything and traveling a long distance to reach one's workplace and educational institutions. And urban children seems to exhibit their more anxiety and stress. They lag behind the rural children with respect to expressing love and affections and cultivating the relationships also and caring and helping and others caring others and helping others and attachment of grandparents also. So this is the main causes to develop their emotionals very perfectly and impact of urbanizations in moral development and moral development and urban children lack self controls and are more obstinate and stubborn. Okay, the main reason for this, they are how less quantum and interactions with their parents and the family members as compared to rural children. Generally, the size of urban family is a very small, and that the rural family and is quite natural for urban children to have fewer interactions with the family members. Further, the attitude of parents towards morality and the lifestyles have undergone and a great change in reinforces following the moral standard of children's behaviors in the urban area. So, summing up, we could state the following as the characteristics of urban culture. Yeah, okay. So let me discuss about those things in later. And changes in traditional families. So, increasing the families are living in a different states and different countries, different cultures, and urban centers that are more geographically dispersed as compared to previous generations. And families tend to be more fragmented in urban communities today than in years gone by. And indirectly, the situations may further restrict and child-free time for play and recreations. and parental employment and pattern and advances in technology. So in urban areas, many families have two or more workings. And so actually, these are the components are coming in the category of the developmental category. So cognitive development, physical development, moral development, and emotional development. So these are the advanced effects of some additional information related to that particular topic. Okay, so the parental employment and pattern in advances in technology. So in urban areas, many families have two, both the parents are working. So advance in technology have seen in changes the way of children spending their time, and research shows that so many research shows that the children are spending large proportions in their free times in front of the computer, televisions, or mobile phones, and on a weekend, on holidays, they spend for their 7 hours of free times in this way. Yes. And changing attitude to the use of public space. So, in some urban communities, less public spaces are available for play areas that accommodate play equipment for children. Individual families are more often moving into the smaller homes, such as apartments and townhouses, and which have less land attached to them and for child play. So, as a result, of increased crime rates and increased fears concerning the personal safety in communities, children are often discouraged from the outside play, and particularly if it is away from direct adult supervision. And some issues. So let me discuss about some issues of urbanizations and its impacts on child development. The urban sets with their associate activity and decrease the child opportunity and to learn to practice and responsible and helpful behavior. And they increase his or her egoistic behavior and covetousness, and urban children seems to exhibit more anxiety and stress. Yes, because of they are traveling to a long space to the school, so long distance to the school. So that is maybe a reason to getting a stress and anxiety and improper diet. So diet, they are not maintaining their they are not concerning their diet and physical problems. So because of they have a less time, they spend a less time for playing activity, and more time they are spending time with computers and laptop, and nowadays they are using mobile phones. And so, although parents may arrive in the city which values about helpful and responsible behavior, they will find it difficult to train their children in this behavior. And children growing up where there is a specialization of occupations and social control tend to be more egoistic, and it is very difficult to get suitable peer group for children. And difference between rural and urban children. And as the children are admitted in nursery school earlier in urban area, they met social development at younger age than the rural children. Yes. So their knowledge in English is higher compared to the rural children where they are good in mother tongue. And it is extended family households, including grandparents and children. Sort attention is less than household where the grandparents are not present. Yeah. So, and let me conclude the today's topic. And communities around the world need to better understand and promote the benefits of children's intellectually, physically, socially, morally, and emotionally. So, thank you. Let me discuss about a new topic in next class. Thank you so much.